The EU is prioritising competitiveness like never before, with the EPP leading this effort. A clear example of this commitment is the EPP Competitiveness Summit, where policymakers and CEOs from Europe's key industries came together to discuss how to restore growth.
Our Competitiveness Summit was the idea to collect, to listen to the stakeholders.
We want to create a permanent dialogue between industrial stakeholders and politics.
For industry leaders, this open dialogue is crucial to overcoming the growing challenges they face.
Industrial competitiveness is a hard nut to crack in normal times. Now, in times of trade wars, of new rearmament, we need to be even more careful, and we need to do even more in order to help industry grow.
To increase the competitiveness of European industry is absolutely key. It's also closely interlinked to investments in infrastructure, in energy and in security. And I really hope that the discussions today will focus on how to move forward, because I think that the direction is very clear, but the pace is not.
The EPP has made it clear. The EU must eliminate excessive red tape that stifles production and create a predictable environment for investments.
A lot of companies tell us that we produce too much bureaucracy and too less of market opportunities. We must change this.
In its first 100 days in office, the new European Commission has already taken steps in this direction, including one of this legislature's landmark initiatives, the Clean Industrial Deal. This business plan aims to reverse 2 decades of lost competitiveness and accelerate our efforts to decarbonise, reindustrialise and innovate.
The Clean Industrial Deal is well structured. It's saying, okay, let's take the strategic industrial sectors in Europe and let's prepare, in dialogue with the industry, a transition pathway and an action plan in order to facilitate the investment which is required to decarbonize all of our activities and at the same time maintaining competitiveness.
But some industries feel left behind.
The fuels manufacturing industry, the refineries, are not yet there in the first stage of this publication of the Clean Industrial Deal. An industry which is strategic for Europe. We will be producing the new fuels that are required to decarbonize transport and to decarbonize the energy sector.
They want to be part of the discussion before any new legislation that comes forward is passed.
There is a lot to do with technology neutrality and with improving the existing regulation, and we are ready to initiate the dialogue as soon as the European Commission is ready.
Industry leaders say that without predictability, companies cannot plan their investments in the clean transition effectively.
Make it simple. If it is simple, we are going to do it fast. The solar industry, the wind industry, the battery storage industry are ready. But we need to have simple rules, and we need to be able to invest quicker in order to produce cheap electricity for the European industry.
The objective is to decarbonize, so all options need to be favored under the same, I would say, level playing field. That's our first message. Keep the eyes open, the mind open, and stick to technology neutrality.
Lowering energy costs and preventing future price shocks is crucial.
Renewables have proven that they can deliver. Wind and solar can provide cheap and predictable electricity.
But this requires urgent action, from expanding grids and storage capacity to reducing permitting times.
It takes 7 to 10 years to develop a wind plant, and when it comes to grid development, it's more than 15 years. This cannot continue like this. We need to cut down development times, we need to cut red tape, we need to make permitting much easier and much simpler.
All these reforms have a common goal: securing European jobs, our strategic autonomy and long-term growth.
The positive news is that everybody is fully committed to fight against climate change. That is our generational question and challenge in front of us. But everybody tells us in the same way, let's do it much more pragmatic, not so much ideologically driven. Let's do it in a technologically neutral approach.
And the EPP Group puts concrete solutions on the table.
We have to ramp up hydrogen in Europe dramatically. and we have to care about CCS and CCU because otherwise we are not reaching the 2040 goals. And we have to have an open, sometimes painful discussion. So this triangle between competitiveness, climate ambition and sustainability goals that we have to clarify in favor of the industry, in favor of competitiveness in Europe.
They are ready to turn the outcome of the Competitiveness Summit into concrete action in the European Parliament.
Lo que necesitamos es pasar de las palabras a la acción y tenemos que ser rápidos. Tenemos que poner la alfombra roja a quienes crean empleo, riqueza y quienes crean competitividad, industria, crecimiento económico en Europa.
Without renouncing our climate ambitions.
Claro que el Partido Popular Europeo vamos a continuar luchando contra el cambio climático, pero es compatible con defender la competitividad de nuestra industria y invertir más en innovación con mucha menos burocracia. Tenemos que cortar grasa, ¿no?, administrativa y burocrática que crean tantos costes para nuestra industria. Y por tanto, se ha terminado esto que hace la izquierda, que criminaliza los sectores industriales.
Now it's time to deliver and strengthen Europe's position as a global industrial leader.